So while I'm living in this miserable madness landlord situation, well, I have to tolerate all their noise and things that disturbing me. So I went and looked at this room. I'm hunting for a room meanwhile, and I went to this lady's home, and she said it's $800. You have your own room and you have to share the common areas. Everything is included. So I went there in person, and you can walk to the bus if you choose to. It's about 10-15 minute walk, but it wasn't so bad. I thought I can do that if, I take time and take breaks. But anyway, so I got there, and the lady, she was nice, but her TV also was blasting. But anyway, I thought, that's all right. It's in the daytime. And she said, it's just me alone. There is no children, but I have a couple of dogs and they bark. So if you like dogs, that's fine. So I said, yeah, I like dogs. I'm a pet sitter too. So I went to look at the room. The house already was like so old. She never done anything, and the paint was like brown in the room, kind of depressing. But it's okay. I mean, I'm not there to, have a 5-star place. I just need a basic place for now. And she said the bathroom is the shower is shared, but we can use the bathroom. But the water and electricity is included, but you don't abuse it. So if the bill goes up, that means I have to charge you. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I told her I don't have lots of electronics, so I shouldn't be using electricity, and just a TV and one light bulb, and that's it. And the water, I'll try to conserve. I don't use it and things. I don't do cooking, so it's light cooking if anything. So then she said, yeah, I'm gonna do a background check, and because she got my information and all that. And she said I need a deposit because first months, if you want it 3 weeks, then you have to leave me a deposit. So what happens when I got home, I tried to do Zelle to her, but before I did Zelle, I called her and she won't answer the phone. She's always like texting. So for some reason she wants to keep like record about our conversation. So I asked her, I just want to make sure I don't want to move in there and start this whole scenario again. So I told her, I shower twice a day. She said, no, you can't do shower twice a day, once a day, because this is $800 a month. This is very cheap. Like she's telling me it's very cheap. And, like she's telling me how many times I got to shower. So now I'm thinking, what miserable thing is this now gonna turn to? And yeah, and then she told me, yeah, you can't do that. And then I told her, in the morning it's cooler, I gotta open the window. I asked, does the window open? She said, yes, it does open, but you can't open the window because I run the AC. So now you're gonna run the electricity and waste the electricity. But I told her, no, in the morning it's cool. Everywhere in the morning it's like in the spring, and even in the summer it's in the 70s, and the spring is in the 60s. Now it's like 50s, 60s. So you want fresh air. I don't want, like, she got dogs, and I don't know. I don't know if she smokes like medical marijuana or something, but I want fresh air. I mean, it's my room. So she was like a dictator. I mean, she's telling me you can't open the window, or if you're gonna open it, I'm gonna go around the yard. She's gonna go around the yard, policing over my head and telling me how I gotta live. So I'm thinking, no, this is worse than worse. I mean, it's like they're both worse now. It's like, which worse do I choose? So another landlord from hell. No. So what happened? I even zelled the deposit. That was the bad thing. So now I went through a high anxiety. I'm going high and low, like a roller coaster with landlord roller coaster. Landlords from hell. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm getting those cheaper than the average room. I'm trying to not go overboard, but those landlords I'm getting across, they're like from hell. So now I'm waiting. She said, oh, I'll send you the money back because I don't want to keep your money. So I'm waiting on her. She said it didn't go through, so give me like your email. So now I'm waiting again, giving her email. Meanwhile, I'm thinking I made the mistake of my life, sending her Zelle. Uh, so in the end, she did send me the Zelle. I got the money, but after going through this tension and all this distress, landlord madness. So that was the end of that. So now I'm back where I am. So in the end, this was Saturday. I paid in this place like it's been a week. I've been there a whole week. So Saturday came, and then again those children are there, her grandchildren. I mean, you're supposed to accommodate when you're renting a room. You're not supposed to be living the way you live, like a pigsty, and then you go in the kitchen, everything is dirt and potato chips, crackers like on the floor. This lady, she don't vacuum, she just watches TV constantly, and it's like on the highest volume. But anyway, that wasn't the issue. The issue was slamming the door. I'm already like exhausted, tired. I went all the way to the other side of town to and I walked all that distance to look at this room, and it wasn't what it's advertised, false advertisement. In the end, I had enough. I started yelling. I don't know how the yelling started coming out, but I started yelling. I mean, nonstop. I'm telling her, you're gonna have to tell them to stop slamming this door, or I'm gonna move out, and I need the money. Otherwise, I'm gonna put it online. I'm gonna tell everybody how you treat your tenant. And now she got upset because she don't want advertisement, for the future. It's gonna affect her business, her fake business. But anyway, so after that, she said, yeah, we're not gonna give you deposit because I'm breaching the contract. How am I breaching the contract? I'm not bringing no guests. I'm not making noise to disturb you. And you're the one that bringing all these people constantly, like people going in and out like the door and screaming and talking. I don't know, maybe she wanted me just to leave on my own and leave my deposit and forget about the rent. She thinks I'm gonna go so crazy or maybe insane to the point where I'm gonna say the hell with this place and lose the whole money. Like she wanted free rent. That's how I got the impression. Because with between the gerbil, the hamster in front of my door, and and then the heat she put it on, I don't know, all these things she's been doing. Like the TV is loud when nobody's there. She has the TV running constantly. So she thought maybe I'll just give up and leave the place. So yeah, so I wanted to share this with you, the craziness I've been enduring in these crazy landlord places. And yeah, you should always check on the landlord. I know the landlord usually check on the tenant, the roommate, but you should do the same where you're moving to. You should always ask all the questions. How many people live here? How many people share the bathroom? If you have visitors, if you have children, if you have dogs, if it's loud, all this, anything that bothers you, you should take a pen and paper and write down your questions, just like they ask you where you work, and if you have visitors, this is not allowed, no sleepover. But in the meantime, they got 2-3 people in one room constantly, visitors from family members, different family members, my granddaughter, my son-in-law, my daughter, my other daughter. She got 5 daughters, I don't know. Anyway, well, this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.